Hello and welcome to all. Despite there being only one major obstacle, today is an important stage for the contenders for final victory. The climb to Orcieres-Merlette will require them to dig deep, and it will provide us with some signs as to their respective fitness levels.
Lads, this stage will get harder as it advances. The climb to Orcieres-Merlette is hard, but not very long. It should suit climber punches. Go on, have a good day.
Is trying to set up a counter-attack.
Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Allez, les gars! On continue comme ça! Continuez comme ça! Continuez comme ça!
His team is at full throttle. They have no one at the front. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Bravo, les gars! Bravo, les gars!
Tenete duro! Forza ragazzi, coraggio!
Allez, les gars!
Tenete duro!
Allez, les gars!
Sei il migliore! Sei un mito! Mitico!
Continuez comme ça!
Allez les gars!
Bravo, les gars! Continuez comme ça!
In front, he's the best placed in the overall standings.
One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
This stage must be a part of his objectives, because his teammates are already managing the time gap. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
Here we go! Here we go!
Wearing the jersey implies certain responsibility. Team members must ensure the tempo of the race, and they, therefore, tire more. That is why it is sometimes better not to take the overall lead too early, in order to avoid tiring one's team.
This good puncher isn't too bad to ride on the flat. He's also got a significant turn of speed. A good ruler with not too bad a punch. He should still try to get away before the finish because he's not so fast in a sprint. The mountains really aren't his thing. He's more of a puncher ruler with a good finish, if in a small group.
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez, allez les gars!
Vai, sei un mito! Forza, continuate!
He has ambitions for the polka dot jersey. Twice French champion, Arthur Vichot is an all-round puncher who knows how to put his qualities to good use on hilly routes.
Forza ragazzi,
Bravo les gars, c'est bien!
Whether on mountain stages or on hills, he's to be taken seriously as he climbs well.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio!
A good climber, Eduardo Sepulveda is a rider to be watched in the mountains.
Grandissima vittoria! Bravo, bravo! Sei il più figo! Forza ragazzi, continuate!
In the leading group, he's the best placed on the points classification.
Bravo les gars! Ouais! Continuez comme ça!
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, courage!
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
Time gap stabilised.
Allez les gars, courage!
Continuez comme ça. Grandissima vittoria!
Allez-y, allez-y. Bravo les gars.
Allez les gars, continue comme ça! Lâchez rien, allez!
On continue comme ça.
Bravo les gars! Allez, bravo!
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
Dai, sei un mito! Sei il più figo!
In about 15 kilometres, the riders will begin the first climb of the day. But before that, there's the intermediate sprint.
His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint.
Bravo les gars.
The breakaway is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
Continuez comme ça! Lâchez rien!
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Go, guys! You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. He's asked his teammates to try and catch you. I reckon that they're wary of you for the stage victory. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Come on,
Vai,
guys!
campione! Sei il migliore!
Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Com.
Grandissima vittoria!
On continue comme ça. Allez les gars, courage!
The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standing.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage! Courage! On continue! Allez les gars!
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
Sei il migliore! Grandissima vittoria! Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Forza, continuate! Tenete duro!
The front of the race is now starting the ascent of the Col du Festre, an 8-kilometre climb.
Bravo les gars!
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Forza ragazzi, continuate! Forza ragazzi, coraggio!
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça!
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, courage.
Lâchez rien!
Ragazzi, continuate! Mitico!
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez les gars!
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Allez les gars! Lâchez rien!
Allez les gars,
Bravo les gars.
Grandissima vittoria!
Allez les gars.
The first rider over the top of this opening pass will pocket 5 points for the mountains classification.
Forza ragazzi,
On continue! Allez les
forza
gars!
ragazzi, continuate!
Continuez comme ça!
Tenete duro! Sei il migliore!
Allez les gars!
Allez les gars, allez go go go. Allez on y va.
Allez, continue comme ça!
les gars, on continue comme ça.
Forza, continuate! Tenete duro!
Allez les gars, courage!
Non mollate!
Bravo les gars. Allez les
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Bravo les gars! Allez les gars!
continuez comme ça.
Courage! On continue!
The polka dot jersey has enough lead to be sure to keep it today.
After a short descent, the riders will head straight onto the Col de Rioupes. It's only 2 kilometers and provides 1 point for the mountain's classification.
Allez les gars, courage!
The breakaway shouldn't widen the gap too much because he's got his teammates to ride.
Non mollate!
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage!
Lâchez rien.
Continuez comme ça. Allez, continuez les gars.
Continuate!
Les gars, allez.
Allez les gars.
Tenete duro.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite!
Bravo les gars. Allez, lâchez rien. Allez, continuez comme ça.
Bravo les gars.
Allez, les gars.
Go, go, go.
Et voilà.
Plus vite, plus vite!
On y va! Allez, courage, on continue!
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars!
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Continue. Lâchez rien. Bravo les gars.
Les gars!
Lâchez rien. Allez les gars, continuez comme ça.
Allez le gros.
His teammates are also taking part in the pursuit of the breakaway.
Tenete duro! Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Bravi ragazzi! Sei il più figo!
Courage. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Allez, on continue les gars.
Courage les gars, allez plus vite!
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
The riders are now entering the feed zone and will be able to pick up something to eat.
The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
Non mollate! Tenete duro!
Allez les gars, courage!
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
Bravo, les gars!
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
Grandissima vittoria! Dai, sei un mito! Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Bravo!
Allez, les gars! On continue comme ça!
Bravo les gars! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça!
Forza ragazzi, continuate!
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The next difficulty is listed as third category.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars, courage!
Et voilà, comme ça! Allez, les gars, courage!
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez, continuez comme ça! Lâchez
Allez les gars.
Forza ragazzi!
Courage. Allez, go, go, go.
les gars,
Allez.
courage! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Continuez comme ça! Continuez comme ça! Continuez comme ça! Allez les gars!
Allez les gars, courage.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
Allez, les gars!
peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Tenete duro! Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Allez les gars, courage!
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez, 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 les gars, courage.
Forza, continuate!
He asked his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Sei il migliore!
Allez les gars,
Forza ragazzi, continuate!
lâchez rien, allez. Allez les gars, courage, comme ça.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez, courage les gars.
Allez, courage, allez, vite.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez, allez, allez les gars.
Ragazzi, continuate! Vai! Sei un mito! Non mollate! Forza ragazzi! Vai! Sei un mito! Tenete duro!
Continuez comme ça, les gars. Continuez comme ça, les gars.
Grandissima vittoria! Non mollate!
Lâchez rien, allez. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez, les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez, les gars, allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va.
In front, he's the best placed in the overall standings.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute. The next two difficulties are ranked as third category. Each will thus earn 2 points and 1 point for the first two riders over the summit.
Continue comme ça. Allez, continue comme ça. Courage. Continue.
Forza, continuate! Mitico!
The breakaways managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized.
Haltet euch ran. Gut so. Haut rein, Leute. Allez, les gars. Courage. Continuez comme ça.
Continuate!
Courage, allez, courage, on continue.
Tenete duro! Sei più
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Allez les gars, continuez comme ça, allez, courage les gars.
He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien. Allez, allez les gars.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Allez, les gars. On continue comme ça.
Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça. Bravo, les gars.
Allez les gars, courage. Courage, on continue. Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Bravo les gars. Continuez comme ça.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Weiter so, Jungs. Macht Dampf, Jungs.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Bravo, les gars.
Allez, allez les gars.
Watch out for him. He's a real puncher who can come out on top on any finish with a short climb. But he can also rely on a good turn of speed if there's a group finish.
Continuez comme ça. Allez.
Courage, allez, courage, on continue.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
grandissima vittoria! Forza ragazzi, continuate! Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Vai campione! Bravo, bravo!
Allez les gars, courage.
Continuate! Non mollate!
Allez les gars,
Sei un mito!
continuez comme ça, allez.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars.
Allez, les gars. Courage. Da kommen sie. Haut rein.
Coraggio! Bravi ragazzi! Sei il più figo!
Continuez comme ça.
He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
Vai! Sei un mito! Continuate!
Watch out for him in the mountains. He may be young, but he's already proved that he can compete with the best.
Allez, les gars. Allez, les gars.
Allez, on y va, on y va, on y va!
Watch out for his punch. His accelerations and short climbs are powerful.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Forza ragazzi, continuate!
a very good puncher. He can try to get the upper hand on short climbs, but he can also afford to wait for the sprint given his not inconsiderable speed. A pure climber, Nairo Quintana embodies Colombian cycling. Despite his weakness in time trials, he has had the Tour of Italy and the Tour of Spain among his career achievements. Puncher but also climber, the Spanish rider Omar Fraile has already raised his arms in victory on the Tour de France and the Tour of Italy. Keep a close eye on him when he's in a breakaway. Tom Dumoulin is a complete all-round rider. Specialist against the clock, he was crowned world champion in 2017. He's also able to compete against the best in the mountains, as demonstrated when he won the Tour of Italy's pink jersey. This is the last obstacle on the road before the final climb. Tension should be slowly starting to rise among the favourites.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. You have 30 seconds on the peloton. He's asked his teammates to chase you down because you're dangerous for the overall standings. You're going to have to try and hold out.
Breakaway over. Thibaut Pinot is a pure climber, capable of competing with the best in the mountains. He already has stage victories on the 3 Grand Tours, but also, and more significantly, he's managed to etch his name onto the list of winners of the Tour of Lombardy.
Continuate! Sei il migliore! Vai, campione!
Lads, we're approaching the final climb. It's neither very long nor very steep. Position yourselves as best as you can. The last 10 kilometers. We are heading for a grouped finish. Try to take points for our green jerseys.
It's a steady climb up to Orcieres-Merlette and classified as first category. The winner scores 10 points towards the best climber classification. Three-time consecutive world champion, the first in the history of cycling, Peter Sagan is one of the most versatile sprinters in the peloton. He's capable of winning whatever the topography of the finish. On a short climb, on the flat, whatever, he's a surefire candidate for the green jersey, which he's already won several times.
The last 5 kilometers. Get ready for the final sprint. Make sure that nobody opens up a gap on the overall standing.
He's trying to get out. Watch out! He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out! "30 seconds lead for the head of the race. Another 3 kilometers and it's the finishing line. The stage leader is alone up front.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
There's only 1 kilometre to go for the men at the front. They'll have to settle it with a sprint.
Go! 1 kilometre. Give everything right to the line. Come on, stay focused. You beat them. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Smiles as he climbs onto the podium. Applaud him. Here is the winner of the Sisteron Orcieres-Merlette stage. He is in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. Here is the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. He's amongst the leading riders of this year. Here is the green jersey of this Tour de France. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honor. Here is the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He's amongst the leading riders of this year. Here is the white jersey of this Tour de France.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were amongst the outsiders, but you managed to beat the favourites. Well done for this win. We retain the yellow jersey. It's a perfect day.